And so we're here today to experience what thousands of people experience annually in these kind of workshops. Simply, in front of you, you have 4 different shaped glasses and a plastic beaker. These 4 different shaped glasses is not even a fraction of our entire collection, but it represents the 4 most consumed grape varieties in the world: Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc or Riesling, Pinot Noir and Cabernet. How do I know this? Because we are surfing the success of the wine wave. Whatever sells in terms of grape varieties, also my glasses sell. Cabernet is by far our best-selling glass, followed by Chardonnay. Then there is a competition between Riesling and Sauvignon Blanc, followed by Pinot Noir. And then there is long nothing, but we are there for all the grape varieties. If you go to our website, Riedel.com, you put in any grape variety that comes to mind, you will find the appropriate glass to drink it from. My father, Georg, took the idea, the basic idea, from my grandfather that a glass should be tapered towards the DNA of a grape variety, and he spoke to winemakers. He was the one who took the banner of the family to America, he took it to the UK, he took it to China, where we're launching actually tomorrow, Riedel Crystal of China. And so we're very proud about the fact that it was only possible because people drink wine around the world. I would like to refer once again to the tasting net. So cup number 1 is the plastic cup. I don't think that too many consumers at home drink wine from the plastic cup. That's not the reason why it's there. But people get introduced to wine, and I'm not talking about students at their very early career. I'm talking about point of sale. If you're invited to a liquor store, a wine store tasting around the world, sometimes you're still being introduced to the wine for the first time at the plastic cup. Why? Because people don't realize that they probably could sell so much more wine than serving it in the right glass. It's just convenient. Into the plastic cup, afterwards we throw it away. Glass number 2 is what people refer to as a traditional balloon. They use it for red wine, which is the biggest mistake because I call it the enemy of red wine. It is a design from 1972. Only in 1972 the shape of this glass was born through the idea of my grandfather. And there's only one grape variety that truly fits this shaped glass. It is Chardonnay, Montrachet style. Then, a little bit of music background. Here comes the superstar. Glass number 3 is the glass today for Riesling. It says on the tasting mat, but it can also be used for Sauvignon Blanc, which I have it empty today. When we do the consumer tasting, all of the 4 glasses are filled with the appropriate grape varieties, with the appropriate wines. So tonight it will be filled with Sauvignon Blanc, and glass A, which is our Pinot Noir glass, will be filled with Pinot Noir. I didn't do it for us today because I'm sure there's a lot of questions. And I don't want to keep you too long here at the tasting, so that's the reason why I kept them empty, but we were still going to use them to compare Chardonnay and Cabernet in a Pinot Noir glass and in a Riesling glass, to see what kind of an impact it has when serving the right wine in the wrong glass. And then B, for maybe the best selling glass, or Bordeaux blend, is glass B, our Cabernet glass. The reason why we have set it up in this way is because this is also the basic idea when we develop new glasses. None of our glasses have ever been designed on a drawing board. If somebody comes and does a factory visit at Riedel and they ask me, where is your design office? We don't have one. The designs are born in the attendance of winemakers at the tasting. So what we do is, for example, when we make a glass, the latest glass we introduced was for a grape variety called Norton. You might have never heard about it. I never heard about it before either. It is the only native American, North American grape variety. Originated from Virginia. And they wanted to have a workshop. We designed a glass through the winemakers, local winemakers help, a glass for Norte. Beautiful shaped glass. And the way it works is we have a range of glasses on site. Every winemaker who is invited, who wants to participate, brings his personal treasure, his personal wine, and pours it into maybe 25 different shaped glasses. And if you have 60 winemakers in the room, you can imagine, it's quite a buzz. Everybody pouring his own wine in so many different shaped glasses, and we asked them, all glasses are numbered, to eliminate down to the glass where they feel that their wine tastes the best. And we would only use existing shapes for the very first initial tasting. And as you have 60 different winemakers in the room, never ever was it at the point where an existing glass was chosen by everybody in the room to be the best. Because it depends on vintage, on what the winemaker wants to show, wants to produce in his vineyard. It depends on so much. But the DNA of the grape is always the same. It has to be 100% this particular grape, right? So what we do is we try to draw a line. Out of 25 glasses, with the participation of the winemakers, we narrow it down to 3 finalists. And then we look at the characteristics of the glasses, of the shape, of the rim diameter, of the quantities, the size, stem length, base, wide, whatever it is, and we start to blend them together. Those 3 finalists blend them together and we produce prototypes. And these prototypes are being sent to the individual winemakers. They taste the wine from these prototypes, and we start this kind of ping-pong game where we send something and we get the response, we get the impact, the input, until after about 3 months we meet in the same room again with the 3 finalists originally and 3 prototypes. And this is the day of truth, where out of 6 glasses we try to find the new messenger, the only glass from which the winemakers would recommend to drink the grape wine. We are really the wine glass company. We're the only company in the world that works in this most efficient way. So when somebody challenges me who has not participated and says, I don't believe in the glass, a consumer, I have the industry behind me and say, sorry, but the winemaker himself feels that this is the only way to truly enjoy this particular grape wine. And this is quite a value. This is something which we're very proud about because we have the support of the wine and spirits industry, thanks to the fact that we invite them, we involve them, their knowledge to create our glasses. Enough said.